Hello guys, today I'll show you parts of how to change your thermostat here in your E39 M5. So you start with taking off the intake here. These two sections here are very easy. You just loosen the clamps here and take these clips off. Don't remove them completely, just take them off. Obviously the mass airflow sensors wires, take them off, and you remove these things on the side. And then it's a mess here, but what you want is you want to remove one pork chop aside, and then you want to remove the engine cover so you can empty the, if you see there is that's the plug over there, and then that's the drain plug for the radiator. So if you want to replace your coolant, which I think for me it would be a good time to replace the coolant. It's not going to replace all of it, but most of it hopefully. You drain it and just buy a new plug. You can probably reuse the old one, but just buy a new plug and drain the radiator. Quite a bit of fluid came out and a big splash came out, and it was difficult to take the drain plug off. So I was caught by surprise with the fluid coming off. Anyways, now we're gonna remove the fan clutch here, the fan. You know, the typical removing, it's in this direction to the right. You will remove it, and then what we will do is we will remove this part here. We will remove this bolt here, and then that bolt over there, so it will free this off of the thermostat itself, because this is sitting on it. And then we're going to need to take off the hose here, put it to the side, and then take this bolt here, banjo bolt, and this banjo bolt, and then this whole thing we can put it on the left side. Alternatively, you can take this banjo bolt here, and then you can take this other one off. Well, since this is this kind of clamp, I really hate this one here. Really hate this kind of clamps. I wish it was the normal one, you know, just like the screw type. Then you can take this off here. But yeah, and then you can remove it on the side, and then we'll take the temperature sensor. We can actually disconnect it, and then the other hose from here, and then there's our 3 bolts. There's one there, this one right here, and there's one here, and there's one right there. And then we'll have to wiggle this thing out a bit, but I'll try to show you the process as much as I can. Okay, so this is accessible, that's fine. Now this one is not accessible because whoever put this banjo bolt again, when it tightened it, it got crooked a bit, so it's in the way. Now I can take this bolt off, no problems. You can see. These 2 bolts are not really tight, and they don't need to be, because I only hold this piece here. I'm not really sure what it does, but it has to do with the valves. Maybe it regulates the pressure or something. Okay, seem to be the same. Okay, now you see this one here is free to move. Now we need to take this off, but we need to take the hose off. There's no coolant in there anymore. And then we are gonna take this off. So watch for oil leaks. I tightened this, but not so much, because when I try to tighten it, the hose tried to push back here again. So I left it for now. Thing out. And I bent it and put it there. You can see fluid leaked out anyway. So it was in the hose mostly, for the most part. So I suspect the other hose will have the same problem too. But before we do that, we're gonna now take this banjo bolt off and take this one off, and then this whole thing can be taken to the left, hopefully with no issues. Okay, as you see, quite a bit of oil came out actually. So have a carburetor cleaner can handy, so when you're done you can just spray the area here, get rid of the antifreeze and the oil and whatnot from the belt and whatnot, so it won't squeak and whatever. That's fine. I mean, the engine been off for a while, but I think it's better to do it overnight, but you didn't have the choice. So anyways, use a zip tie here and connected these to the dipstick, you can see, for now. And then now we take this this one off, wiggle the hose out, and then there's 1, 2, 3 bolts, and this should come out nice and easy with no problems, hopefully. Okay, so took the other hose off. As you can see, the pipe, there's like black stuff. The pipe is cooked on the inlet there, so should have got new pipes. But so that would be next, replace the pipes, and then another coolant waste. And then you take these off, you loosen them. You can notice when you loosen them that there is looks like a thread locker or something. And you pay attention to the bolts themselves, because I don't think they are the same length. And like for this one, for example, this one is longer than that one, so you want to make sure you put the long one down there and the short one up there. Okay, let's see. You see. There are washers with these bolts, so you don't want to lose. So it looks like these two are the same, and this one is a little longer, so the long one is on the right side. So put these away. Now this should come out freely. Oh, there you go. So more leak. What can you do? So I probably want to use 2 hands with this one, just wiggle it out and have some light coming through. Okay, so I took this off, and 2 tubes got stuck in there. Just wiggle them off. The way they are put in, it does not matter. This way or this way seems to be the same. And you see the rubber we're seeing here. Anyway, so here's the old thermostat. I also bought a temperature sensor, so I'll put a new one. And this one here got stuck. We'll remove that. They're not really that stuck, but anyways, we're gonna have to put some Vaseline here. Some people use KY gel. Well, I didn't get that, but I wonder, how do you know if it's stuck open or closed? Like, anyways, we got the new one here, and the thermostat as well. I bought the BMW thermostat, not the Bear. I heard the Bear is not lasting that long. So you just put this one here, and here's this one. So the metal ring, you see this gasket here, the very first one with like a Teflon seal. So that's where the thermostat seals. So if this is not working properly, or this is not sealing properly, you're gonna get, the car is not gonna warm up completely. Anyways, we'll put these things on along with the pipes and put it back over there and see how that goes. Okay, so we assembled this is a new housing, so it has a brand new seal on the inside. It comes with it already. And this is a thermostat. It's a BMW genuine thermostat, not a Bear thermostat. I read a lot of issues with the Bear, that they fail within 10 to 20,000 miles. So I figured I would go with a genuine one, and there's quite a bit of a price difference, around $60 between the two. Anyhow, put the seals back. So what I did is, you want to let me try. So I put Vaseline on it, but what you want to do is you want to push the seal inside to this side, like downward. So when you're fitting it in, the seal won't move, because it's not really tight in there. There's like some sort of a play. So you want to push it towards the inner edge. As you see here, there's like Vaseline on one of those sides. So when you're inserting it, it goes in. The seal is not going to be pushed around that much. It's a matter of fitting it in. So I added Vaseline on the intakes over there, like on where the hose are going in. I did not put the temperature sensor yet, because it's gonna make it easier. The temperature sensor sticks out really high, and you lose a little bit of a wiggle. So we're gonna have to wiggle this in slowly and see how that goes, and then we'll pressure test the system and see what happens. Okay, so with a little bit of maneuvering, what you want to do is, when you try to put it, the thermostat bottom will stick out here and it won't go in. So you push the thermostat with your finger a little bit, then it seats in, and then you can just push it in. It will go in. Just make sure straight as much as you can, and then I'll put the pipes back. We'll put this pipe and that pipe, and then I will put the thermostat, the temperature sensor here, and then we will do a pressure test and see how that holds up. Okay, so we put everything back. Temperature sensor is back. The wire is not there yet, but I put the wires here, those hoses, the banjo bolts, whatever. Not tight yet, but I put the hoses back, they're tight. And this is the pressure kit you get from AutoZone. And right now I have not pressured the system yet. This is an adapter and this is the pump that hooks on the adapter, and you manually pump it and check for the pressure. The kit is pretty big. As you see, there's multiple adapters. Red one here for older BMWs, number 4. This is for Mercedes. This is probably for Audi, or this is for Audi, I don't know. But there is, you go through the instructions here, and then towards the end, there's like a diagram here, and shows which ones for which make and model. So you see here number 5 says BMW, and so number 4 is BMW. However, number 4 the screw is on the outside, but this is probably for older BMW maybe. But the one we wanted to use was number 5, I think. If I could remember, yeah, number 5, orange. That one works well. These are for all the cars. This thing is really expensive. It was like 325 bucks or something for rental, but you know, you get it back when you're done. So right now I'm gonna pump it to, let me see here. So as you can hear, I have a leak. From the pipes. So it's good that I got the pressure test here, but it won't even hold the pressure. So it looks like it's a pretty bad leak. And now I get to take all these apart again and see what's going on. So let's do that. Okay. So the second trial, when I removed the thermostat again, and I saw the broken seal. It was sitting there, and the other piece was just hanging in there. I mean, it was completely torn apart, as you can see. So that's why it was leaking big time. It won't even hold pressure at all. So I took that off, and then put in a new seal, and then with my hands, before I took the temperature sensor out again, because it makes it easier. But before I tried to put it in, slide it in, I started playing with the tubes, trying to insert them by my hand to get a feel for the tube, you know, like how much pressure and what kind of movement you want to do, because I'm using Vaseline, and some other people recommended water-based lubricant. So you just get a feeling for it, and then put them back in the thermostat housing, and then slowly, you really want to get them in very slowly. Just take your time. You will feel the longest minute in your life. But yeah, take your time, and then looks like it's holding pressure very well so far. I have it set at almost 20 psi. The system is rated up to 2 bar, which is almost 29, 28 psi. And then before the radiator, the expansion tank cap will actually, it says 2 bar here. When it goes at 2 bar or above, it will actually start leaking out. It will be too much pressure, it will leak out. But the pipes, they're like rock solid, man. It's crazy how this thing gets really even more than, like, harder than this. It's crazy. Anyhow, so now once I will drain, you loosen the pressure with this. You press it, and then it will loosen the pressure. Just like a stem valve on your tire. And then put back everything back. Put this back, and connect the sensor. Put everything back, And that's it. Fill it with coolant, and we'll see how that goes. Okay. So we connected the Vanos lines again. Make sure all your wires are connected. Everything is tight. Don't over tighten it too much. You know this is aluminum. You don't want to ruin the threads. Just tight enough. And plug the sensor back. And so I sprayed some carb cleaner on the area here to clean the coolant. Now you see it's down to the metal again. So the coolant was everywhere on the water pump and whatnot. So now it's all dry and nice. The belt it will dry once the engine turns up. So because the coolant is a little bit greasy, it's not so good with the engine belts. So now we put the intakes back, and probably put the fan belt first, the clutch, the fan, and then put these back, and then fill it up. I have a non-diluted coolant, BMW coolant, so we'll put that, and I have distilled water, we'll add that, gallon for gallon, and then whatever is left is some coolant as well.